G'day there people, Phil in here, doing for you Since Then by Henry Lawson. I met Jack Ellis in town today. Jack Ellis, my old mate Jack. 'Twas 10 years ago from the Castle Ray, we carried our swags together away to the never again out back. But the times have altered since those old days, and times have changed the men. Ah, well, there was little to blame or praise. Jack Ellis and I have tramped long ways on different tracks since then. His hat was battered, his coat was green, the toes of his boots worn through. But the pride was his. 'Twas I felt mean. I wished that my collar was not so clean, nor the clothes I wore so new. He saw me first and knew it was I, the holiday swell he met. Why have we no faith in each other? Ah, why? He made as though he would pass me by, for he thought that I might forget. He ought to have known me better than that, by the tracks that we tramped far out, the sweltering scrub and the blazing flat, when the heat came down through each old felt hat in the hell-born western drought. The checks we made and the shanty sprees, the camps in the great blind scrub, the long wet tramps when plains were seas, and oracles worked in days like these for rum and tobacco and grub. Could I forget how we struck the same old tale in the nearer west, when the first great test of our friendship came? But, well, there's little to praise or blame if our mateship stood the test. Heads, he laughed, but his face was stern. Tails, and a friendly oath. We loved her fair, we had much to learn, and each was stabbed to the heart in turn by the girl who loved us both. Or the last day lost on the lignum plain, when I staggered, half blind, half dead, with a burning throat and a tortured brain, and the tank, when we came to the track again, was 17 miles ahead. Then life seemed finished, then death began, as down into the dust I sank. But he stuck to his mate as a bushman can, till I heard him say, "Bear up, old man," in the shade of a mulga tank. He took my hand in a different way. I thought how we parted last. We seem like old men who have naught to say, and who meet good day, and who part good day, who never have shared the past. I asked him in for a drink with me, Jack Ellis, my old mate Jack, but his manner was no longer careless and free. He followed, but not with the grin that he wore always in the scrub out back. I tried to live in the past once more, or the present and past combined. But the days in between I could not ignore, for I could not help notice the clothes he wore, and he couldn't but notice mine. He placed his glass on the polished bar and wouldn't fill up again, for he is prouder than most men are. Jack Ellis and I have tramped too far on different tracks since then. He said he had a mate to meet, and "I'll see you again," said he, and he hurried away to the crowded street, and the rattle of buses and scrape of feet seemed suddenly loud to me. And I somehow wish the time would come when less would be left to fate, when a boy could start on the tracks from home with equal chances, and no old chum have more or less than his mate. Henry Lawson. Hope you enjoyed it.